Hello and welcome to Dreams Have Meanings. Today we are going to do a playthrough of the Stanley Parable. I played a little bit of it and I enjoyed it, so I thought I will do its own playthrough video. So that's what we're going to do now. We are going to play the Stanley Parable. There's quite a lot of talking in it, so I won't talk too much over it, but I will talk when I can.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-winning, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Stanley
And then
was
day,
happy.
something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay, so now I can take control. First thing I can tell you is that this game is extremely well made. So let's go and find out what's going on.
Co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Where are you all? Where are you?
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, for shits and giggles, we go to the one on the right. Let's see what's down here.
Oh goodness, I do believe he's lost his way. Now between you and me, I don't think he stood a chance in
wrong way
the
is
first place.
correct.
But he's having such a grand time here in these hallways. Why should we bother him?
Let's, oh,
Yes, it's all very amusing. And we laugh and we call our friends over and they laugh too. And soon the whole world laughs and laughs and laughs at the man who failed. But of course, that isn't for you. You, sitting there. What have you gained? Do you know this man? Do you know anything about him? Oh, of course not. Now, if I could truly put you in his shoes to show you the paths he walked and the choices he made, but we both know that is impossible. Not yet. Soon, you will be the one to walk. The controls will be in your hands. Soon, we will find out if your friends turn and laugh at you, just as they did with him.
well,
Oh, I think I'm going to enjoy this. When you find out how alone you truly are,
what the?
I will be laughing more than anyone.
What the?
Very soon now.
Oh. Let me out.
Ah, but there's a twist. Are you ready for it? Watch him closely, because in and amongst his aimless meandering, I think he's actually beginning to discover something. He's getting closer to an answer, an explanation, an exit. He is beginning to earn his freedom. The end is nearly here. Let's play, everyone. Let's all play.
What? What?
for members of the internet. Those not from the internet are advised to disregard this message, and more importantly, go down to your local electronics retail outlet and get with the times already. To those whom this message concerns, good to see you. I've been off the radar a bit long, haven't I? And I know how hard this lonely period has been on you. But I'm so terribly busy working on a story that I think you'll just die for. You see, I was upset to learn that many players found the original Stanley Parable to be confusing and contradictory. A far cry from the simple story of hope and redemption I had intended it to be. So to rectify this mistake, I'm taking steps to ensure that this updated version will be streamlined to remove any incoherent plot lines. Expect every new piece of content to seamlessly answer all the questions you may have been left with after playing the first game. It's my hope that this installment will fix the somewhat embarrassing mistakes of the original while proving definitively to the world that a video game can make you cry. And I know our mutual friend Stanley would be devastated if he were left out, which is why he's graciously volunteered to star in it once again. Or I'm sure he will anyway. But until we ask him to make that choice, I offer you this and future updates, and I remind you that one's time is better spent living than waiting. After all, with so many doors to prepare, it could be quite some time before this story is fully cooked. So, go out and be productive. Make some choices. Enjoy the hours you have left. Perhaps you could even spare a thought for Stanley, sitting there with nothing but himself and his buttons, day after day. He's been getting rather comfortable, I think, as humans tend to do when the scenery stops changing. And for the moment, we'll let him stay that way. After all, you and I both know things are about to change rather drastically. I wouldn't want to ruin the surprise for either of you. But you'll find out. You'll find out when it's time to play the game again.
Okay. This is extremely well made.
This is
Right,
the story
I'll
of a man
play the
named
game
Stanley.
again.
Stanley worked for...
Okay, we know the intro. So this time,
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it
we
be?
will go left
Stanley
instead of
decided
right.
to go to the meeting room. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Right, so go to the left this time. See what happens. Check all these doors. I've got a feeling there's going to be some secrets.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided... In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
What? I'm not going to do this for 4 hours. The frick? What sort of sick game is this? Quick, let's run. Let me out. No, oh.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me?
No.
Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out, I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey,
No
since
problem.
my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot. Stanley. Is this any better? At last, the one thing you've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with.
No.
But is it enough?
No.
Tell me that, Stanley.
Not anything but this.
Will it ever be enough?
Anything but this. I'm sorry.
Done making things for you.
I pressed button for 4 hours. I won't let the baby burn.
Greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house. This will go here, no, here, and then. Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course, and just to finish it all off, yes, it's complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy. But you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable.
Okay.
Isn't it grand?
Lovely.
Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything. Yes, yes, yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
Really? 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 What is going on?
My, it looks like it's going to get a bit dark. You brought a light?
No. No.
No, this is far more open-ended than I had in mind.
Holy
I'm looking for something more
shit.
narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all.
Okay.
1 out of 5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
Oh my god.
And they were so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Okay, what game's this? Should I know? I don't know.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Who?
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
For who? I don't want to play this game anymore. Please let me
This
out.
is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your...
So I guess that's it. I enjoyed that. That was by Pixel Tuner 92. That was extremely well made. Absolutely outstanding. I did have a quick Google of it while I was playing it. It seems like it's already a game that exists on Steam. So it's been recreated on Dreams, and even though it's been recreated, that is an absolutely outstanding recreation. So that's my playthrough. Thank you for watching, and as always, I'll see you again later.